they have it in expensive school because they feel they wrote that check for $15,000. I don't have to show my face. I've already, you got my money. So now I have a kid at Ursuline that I'm mentoring. I volunteer on her behalf. I'm her volunteer parent. You understand what I'm saying? And it's funny because we go out, she's white, I'm black, who cares? It's my child. You know what I'm saying? That's my child. I'm here for Sarah. Oh, you are? Yes. And they're looking at me like, you know, but that's how it is. It's not about money, it's about time. Children likes that. They love that. They may say, oh, I don't want my mom there. But let me tell you something. It's so important because I have proof. My son, when I showed up to his PTO, when he got into class, his teachers gave him extra credit. Because you know what, your mom's always here. You know what, Tony, we'll help you with this. You can come home for the weekend or come to school and we'll help you. Come to school early, we'll help you with your homework. That's what it is all about. Mothers being involved. Like I said, we're always strong, we're always in front, but now we have to get our fathers to be more proactive, as well as us. Okay? And that's how we do what's in the best interest of our sons.
Not only do you have to be involved in the school, but you also got to be involved with their phones, their iPads, their tablets, everything.
Yeah.
Because I do random checks. I have a 16-year-old daughter, a
Verizon have a
14-year-old
program. They have a program where you can tag their phones, like you can monitor what's going on. It is expensive, but it's worth it. My 20-year-old, I just took it off his phone because he turned 20 today. I have it on my 13-year-old phone. It tracks him. If he's out of my sight for more than a day or two, I know exactly where he is. Okay? We've never been apart. Like, it's very important to know what's going on in your child's life.
Absolutely.
Very important.
What's the program you're talking about?
It's a family, I don't know.
AT&T has it. It's called Family Map with AT&T.
Yes.
It's called Family
It's called Family Map. AT&T has it.
Family Map. Yeah.
Well, see, Verizon has a family base also when you want to control when your child is using their phone, because they're allowed to have them in school, but I don't think a child should be messing with the phone. in
All the
school.
providers have those
All the
services. You
providers
just
have
have to
them.
ask what
You
they
have to
are
ask
because
them.
all of them have them.
But it's a specific service for those that do have Verizon and you're not aware. It's a family base, and you can control how much data they use.
Yep.
You can
Oh, yeah,
control
we
the
have
speed
that.
limit,
AT&T
but
has it
You
too.
can shut the phone down for
I
different
have that too.
times of the day.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
that
you
too.
can set programs so that the
No,
phone
you don't have to
doesn't
take it from them
text.
anymore. You can
Yeah.
shut it down.
You can do everything.
Yes.
Yep.
You turn back on when they leave school.
Yep.
And things
Give
of that
them,
nature,
give
but
them.
you don't have that
My
problem.
20-year-old's on my plan.
It ain't ringing, it ain't
He
doing
only
nothing,
gets
but you
15
shut it down when you.
not 15,
Yeah.
5 gigabytes, is that what it is, 5?
2.
He gets 5, because he's 20.
You can set it to what you want them to
Yes,
do,
I
most
give
of them.
them
I'm
Five.
52 and I get 2. Everybody else
Oh, you
won't
get
get
2?
2.
He gets 5, so I shut it off. The first time it happened, when he was on campus, his phone, he wouldn't get data, nothing. He called me, Mom, is the phone shut off? I said, no, yours is, mine is.
Exactly.
Now, a month later, oh, he's fine. He went under his 5. End of the month, bill is perfect. But you have to be in their life.
You have to teach them
and last night,
responsibility.
we had a conversation, because he was turning 20 today. We had a conversation yesterday about him growing up. And he told me, he said, Mom, I'm gonna go to a party. I'm gonna be back in a week. I said, you already 20 and you wanna go to a party, you're gonna be back in a week? What you gonna do when you're 20?
What kind of party is that?
So he said, I'm gonna party with my boys for a whole week. I'm not coming home. I'm gonna enjoy. He said, Mom, I said, what you want for your birthday while you're enjoying your party for a week? He said, I want a bottle. I said, a bottle? I'm like, you're too grown for a bottle. He said, no, not that bottle, Mom. I want a bottle. So my 13-year-old's like, Mom, he means liquor. I said, oh, really? I don't drink. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah, I want a bottle. I said, okay. I could get that. I could make that happen. So last night we went to, my 13-year-old and I went to BJ's. I bought them, they have these little cute baby bottles and, so we got the baby set, the baby bottles, we fixed it, we put, cranberry juice, apple juice, all that stuff. We fixed it really nice. And I haven't had a baby bottle in years. Fixed it really nice. Put on the table with a card. Happy birthday, Tony. You got 5 bottles. Enjoy. I got here and I get a text from him. Ha, funny, Mom. But that's how I'm involved with my children. He was trying to pull my string last night because he know I don't drink. And he was like, what you mean bottle? You 20. I'm not giving you. So he's trying to pull. That's how we communicate. He came to me. Now, some kids won't talk to the parents about that. They'll go out and get drunk, misbehave, and by the time the parents find out, city police is calling them or county police is calling them. Okay? Same thing with my daughter. She's 22, and we communicate like that.
you, Ms. Michelle.
Yeah.
Your son is next door. He really wanted me to tell you.
Yeah, I know. He just sent me a text.
Communication, that's what we're talking about. Great mom, that is
Jackson, I'm
wonderful.
done. Are y'all done?
That's good, because you know what, kids, some kids wouldn't have texted. All she knew was she put him somewhere, now he's moved, I need to let my mother know. Communication is very important.
Yeah, I wanna shut my phone off every time.
But it's what's in the best interest of our sons, ladies. We have to do what's in the best interest of our
I think
sons.
that's a good point that you talk about communication and where the kids are. I have a almost 19-year-old daughter. When she was about, I guess 12 or 13, when she wanted to go hang out and start, going places with her friends, and sleepovers and things, I would tell her he could text me, or like they would go skating, and the other parent would take them skating. So I would say to her, "Will you text me when you get to the location?"
Yes.
And then you can text me when you leave the location, and you can text me when you get back to the other parent's house. She's like, "Mom, why I gotta do all this texting?" I said, "Well, if something
Your
happens to
story.
you in between all that time, and I have to come look for you, the last time I spoke to you or heard from you was 4 hours ago. I don't know what happened in between that time." And she said, "Well, I'm not doing anything wrong," and I had to tell her, "I'm not worried about you. I'm
Right.
worried about everybody else."
Right.
And let me just add, give all the friends' numbers.
Oh, I have all those.
Michelle, they'll answer the phone, Aunt Michelle, yes, can we help you? Oh, where are you guys? What are you doing?
I had a parent tell me, well, my son doesn't want me to have his friend's phone number.
And I guess he'll
It's good. My son doesn't want me to have his friend's phone number. He got that privacy, he got a code on his phone. So I said, okay, that's fine, you don't have to have his friend's phone number if you don't want it. But, what if something happens to your son? What if your son is hanging around with friends that are selling drugs? What if your son is in the wrong place at the wrong time? What if your son, so she's like, okay, all right, I understand that, so I'll get his phone number, but he got it locked on his phone, so I said, first of all, who pays the bills?
Exactly.
I said, parents, you gotta understand, you're not your son's or your child's friend.
Right.
You are a parent.
See, those types of men, they choose to be that. They don't want
But no, it's not so much they choose, it's because they have not learned. It's a learned behavior. Every one of us that are nodding our head that we pay the bills, we were taught differently. Okay? We were taught differently. We didn't walk out on the streets and became parents all of a sudden and we knew the law. No, we were taught different because we had people invested in us. Either our mothers or our fathers or our grandmothers, our aunts, they taught us what was right. So therefore, we're doing it for our kids. So if you have friends that are like that mother I'm talking about, get on the side and say, look, girl, you don't do that. Growing up, I have a story. I was born in West Africa, and I lived there for 10 years of my life. 10 years of my life, I didn't know who was my actual family. I knew where I lived. I knew my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles. But it's like I had so many extended families, it was ridiculous. My children still ask me, well, who's our real cousin? Who's our real aunts? And then I came to this country when I was 10, lived in the African community in New York, moved to Rhode Island, lived in the huge African community in Rhode Island, which is well-versed, moved to Houston, Texas, lived there, went back to Rhode Island, and met a Creole, another African. Okay, so now we have extended family. My children, 20 years later, my daughter leaves and moved to Rhode Island 6 months ago. And she thought it was like Delaware, where it's just me, my mom, my grandmother, we ain't got all that family. She moves there. Oh, my
And I brought my pastor in.
Hello, Pastor, how are you?
This is the other part of raising those young men.
Yes, Pastor Bullock. We know
Pastor
that's
Bullock,
true.
Canaan
Pastor Bullock.
Baptist Church.
That's right.
And Dwight,
We already know who you are.
Good to see you. How's everybody?
we're doing well.
Bring you greetings.
I'm just a lowly deacon.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Hope you have a good session.
It is. It's going well, right, ladies?
Yes, very
See you.
informative.
Good. Take care.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by. So
All
we'll
right.
see you.
Bless you.
So, but my daughter, going back to the story, my daughter moved to Rhode Island 6 months ago. Now, as I told you about the extended family, she moves in with my ex-husband, lived with him for 1 month. Another aunt came and moved her because they were having problems. Moved to another aunt. moved to another aunt. Now she has like, and they're not biological aunt,
Right.
by the way. They're just people that grew up with me. And and she's 21 at the time, they're disciplining her. Well, you can't do this. And she calls me, goes, Mom, why are these people talking to me like this? I said, because but they're not my biological, it doesn't matter. But you're an only child. You know, my daughter sat me down, she said, Mom, I like that. I like that family that you have. I have the Cape Verdean family and I have the Liberian family. And we all intertwined to help me raise my children. So that's why when my ex-husband is not around like that, I have family that discipline my kids. And we have that in the Hispanic community. We have that in the Asian community. We had that, I will not lie, in the African American community when I first moved to this world, this country. What happened? What happened? Each one of you grew up in that family. Because each one of you are around my age. So you know about a village raising a child.
Yes, yes,
You all know that.
yes.
You all know that when you left your house, the next door neighbor's gonna pull your ears and in a second. In a second. Don't even, you be begging her not to tell your parents. I used to beg. I'm like, what? I didn't know they had this in this country. Y'all supposed to be doing that to us. We did that in Africa. But we had that. We who were brought up that way need to educate our friends.
Yeah.
Because I have some friends that are my age, is my age, and still believe that. They believe I can't discipline their kids. They believe that he can't come up and tell my son to sit down. He can't come up and tell my son to pull his pants up.
I tell them, if you don't want me to discipline your kids, don't bring them to my house.
Thank you.
True.
They don't even have to be in my house.
Well, right, in the street.
Get out the street. Oh my God. What you doing in the street? Does your mother know you out there?
And that's true, 'cause you know,
The street lights about to
Now
come
they
on.
wanna
That's
go
just like
home.
at church. You know, when I was going to church, you sitting there. We didn't have children's church where you go somewhere else so they can be quiet in there. You sat with the grown folks, and if you had like chewing gum, I wouldn't have no gum in church. The tissue was coming down the road, and then when you got home, you got your lips.
Don't fall asleep.
Now you gotta take the kids to the basement, get them a snack, all that stuff. I said no, but I said I volunteered to do children's church at my church this year. Cause I'm taking them down there to teach them, you gonna go upstairs and sit down and shut up.
Because they all have technology, they got their cell phones on, they have their cell phones on, they're texting
Be
while
so
the
hard
pastor's
about it, but
preaching.
I got the nerve.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to when she said you can't do that with people's kids now. I have to remind myself when I'm out, like the kids that I'm close to, I have to remind myself when I'm out, because I'll roll my window down, and I'll be like, pull your pants up. I'm like, oh, I know they're parents, but I'm like, I still can't do that.
No, don't say you can't. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. You have a right to.
Don't say you can't, okay? That is your job to do that. Whether they listen to you then or not. It is still your job. Yes, because let me tell you something. The more you instill, because the first time you say it, they're not, you know, I'm pulling my pants up. See them again, pull your pants up. I'm pulling my pants up. I bet you the third or fourth time, by the time they see you, oh, I'm sick of her telling me to pull my pants up. I'm serious. They will do it. Don't stop. Don't stop.